Fala rapaziada, quem tá falando aqui é o Mano Chose. Bom dia, boa tarde, boa noite. Hoje eu tô aqui com Red Dead 2. Sim, Red Dead 2, porque eu não sei pronunciar outra palavra. Não sei se é Redeptition, Redeptition, caralho que for. Então é Red Dead 2. Já deixa o seu like, se inscreve no canal e ativa o sininho pra receber as novidades aí. Eu vou jogar agora pela primeira vez o online. Eu nunca tinha jogado o online dele. Eu só joguei um pouquinho do modo história, não tinha tido a oportunidade ainda de experimentar ele, então vamos lá. Os gráficos estão muito bons, né? Escolha um personagem. Como assim, velho? Acho que o homem, né? Nossa, eu só não tô careca, tô quase igual esse doido, hein? Nome. Vamos pôr o mesmo nome da minha conta do GTA. Uns vão falar aí, mas não é Chose 46? É Chose 46, rapaziada. Só que é o nome da minha outra conta. Entenderam? Então, Chose 46 é o nome, né? Mas essa conta é Stage Pro, então vai ficar Stage Pro até eu iniciar na outra. Beleza? Vamos escolher. Véi, ser um negão seria da hora, né, cara? Mas eu acho que essa aqui. Mas esse cara tá muito branquelo, velho. Tem que ser mais moreno pela época. Acho que vai ser esse. Idade. Pô, podia ter como ser uma criança, né, mano? Tem como ser velho. Vamos colocar a idade que eu vou fazer então. Ô, filho de uma égua. Qual que eu tinha escolhido agora? Esse aqui tá com mais cara de mal, né? Põe a idade que eu vou fazer então, 20 anos. Forte, pesado, robusto, mano. Cara, acho que... Não sei pra vocês, mas acho que esse é o que mais parece com a época, né, cara? Isso aqui é uma coisa que eu acho desnecessária, é olhos. Vou largar da cor do meu. Puta que pariu, rapaziada. Que barba é essa, velho? Lenhador mesmo. Estilo de vida. Manchas na pele. Que é isso? Não tô querendo mudar nada. Sei lá, larga qualquer coisa. Contra, castigado pelo vento. Alcoólatra, né, rapaziada? Tem até como mudar o assovio, velho. Tô ouvindo nada. Dois tá mais macho, né? Tributos. Vida. Deixa tudo meio dividido, né?
Well, then you need your portrait took. Bring your hands up onto your chest.
Vixe. Isso aí, rapaziada. Vamos começar então. Não vou jogar muito porque já deu uma enrolada aí criando personagem. Hoje eu só vou ver como é mesmo. Vamos ver se tem alguma missão na hora de começar. Vamos ver como é que é. Alguns meses depois vou estar barbudo e cabeludo. Quer apostar?
Jackson! Officer Jackson, move those prisoners! Officer Benton! Kitchens ain't staff! Officer Townsend, those rocks ain't gonna break themselves. What are you standing there for? Get moving! What are you looking at? Go on, get moving! You with the hammer? And you'll do. We need to perform
Da hora,
velho,
que esse gráfico massa, cara. Que gráfico louco.
Come on, Milliken. Yeah. I tell you what, old Jameson is a wretched, sour old bastard, no mistake. You lot stay calm in there. You weren't saying nothing. Well, you are now. Shut up.
Rapaziada, o gráfico foi muito bem feito desse jogo, cara. Foi muito bem detalhado tudo. Olha as paisagens. Cara, pessoalmente acho que eu vou gostar, velho, do online. Pelo que eu tô vendo aí, eu vou gostar.
Good day, gentlemen. Oh. Don't do anything stupid. Nobody gets
Vai dar
shot.
merda, né?
Act like fools, and the pair of you will be dead within a minute. Now, what are your names?
Jenkins and Milliken.
Well, Mr. Jenkins and Mr. Milliken, throw your guns to the ground and get on down here. That's it. Very glad to meet you. It's not worth being rash. You boys get paid a salary. You get that salary whether these people escape or not. Your wives presumably want you alive. Let them out. Now, please.
Okay. Okay.
You all run away. Aside from you. Try to stay out of trouble. This is a stroke of good fortune for all of you. Use it. Now, Mr. Jenkins and Mr. Milliken, be so kind as to quickly run away before somebody gets shot entirely unnecessarily. Go on, don't look back. Mr. Wynn, I believe it was $50 we agreed on.
It was.
Here's 50 each.
Each?
Yes. Now get out of here, both of you. My employer and I appreciate your professionalism.
All we did was stand there and look tough.
And you did it fantastically well. Good day, gentlemen. Now, sir, how about you pick up these guns and we move out? My mistress is waiting for us.
Pelo menos já comecei com arma, né?
Come along. Then you better get on this horse. It's not much of an animal, but they haven't got far to ride. Just get on the horse when you're good and ready, okay? Ready? Wonderful. I hope you'll forgive the secrecy. My employer particularly values discretion. My name is Mr. Horley, by the way. 6 months at Sisika Penitentiary, awaiting a hanging for a murder you did not commit. Must have felt a whole lot longer, my friend. You still seem strong, though. I mean, doesn't look like breaking all those rocks has left you entirely broken, in body or in spirit. I hope I am right about that. Rounding you folks up, and those sham trials, they were a disgrace. Made a mockery of the rule of law. Still can't quite believe they got away with it. There's others convicted when you were. Came out breathing
Louco,
fire.
velho.
Maybe you're like that too. Guess we'll see. Or maybe you just
Da
won't put it all
hora,
behind
cara.
and forget you were in there at all. That would be fine, of course. You will listen to my mistress first. She spent a good sum getting you folks out. You owe her an audience, at least. She's just up here. There's the camp. It's your horse. Tie it here. This way. She's anxious to meet you. Madam, we're back.
Hello. Jessica Leclerc, how do you do? What did you tell him?
Nothing, as we discussed.
Thank you, Hawley. I do hope we haven't inconvenienced you dreadfully. But seeing as you were due to be hanged in a week, I'm sure you don't object too strongly. I know you're innocent. Well, not perhaps exactly innocent, but not guilty of what you were accused. I know you and those who were with you that died were little more than patsies, and that you were set up by one of 3 men or a woman, possibly by all of them.
Sempre achei massa
Can't be sure.
cicatriz no olho.
Is all I know so far.
Desde a época do Budipoke, do YouTube, do Orkut.
And I will avenge my husband's death, so help me God. But I will not avenge it upon them who did not cause it, or caused it unwittingly. Anyway, I'm sure this is all a touch confusing and melodramatic. Where are my manners? Hawley, please show our guests to their tent and give them some fresh clothes to put on.
Very good, madam.
Then serve us both a little refreshment.
Certainly, madam. This way. You'll find a change of clothes in there, alongside a few other items you might need, a lasso, a knife, and a lantern, I believe.
Não tem como. Ah, tá. Fazer o que, né, rapaziada? O que tem pra usar, né? De ter como dar cor. Ah, moleque. Tá louco, filho. Tamo zica já, hein?
That looks more comfortable.
Bem boiola
Harley,
esse colete dele
Here,
também.
madam.
you're very good health. I suppose it beats dying, hmm?
Mrs. Leclerc's husband was murdered by one of his business partners.
And I intend to find out which one. Or rather, I intend for you to find out. And kill them. You're the only person I could possibly trust to do whatever it takes. Because you and your accomplices, you're the only other victims of their lies still alive. You see, you walked into the town at approximately the same time my husband was shot in the back, but by another gun, firing different bullets to those you possessed when you were arrested. These bullets, this was their mistake. You were rounded up and sentenced to death, all because you came to town and didn't talk too much and seemed like you were nasty. Anyway, here they are, the people who run Blackwater. Mr. Jeremiah Shaw, banker, real estate speculator, and crook. Mr. Amos Lansing, ranch owner, speculator, and crook. Mrs. Grace Lansing, his wife, society patroness, lover of the arts, crook, and my former best friend. Teddy Brown, her disgraced brother, outlaw, wanted man, and still in contact with them. All I ask of you is your help in finding out quite what happened.
Mrs. Leclerc would like to help you get back on your feet. Get back to work.
Whatever your work may be, I don't judge. You want to rob? Rob. You want to save innocent folk? Do that as well. But you need me just as much as I need you. I think we all understand each other.
I hope we do.
Good. I look forward to rewarding you for killing those who made me a widow. My husband was a true believer in this country and in the West. He was killed for greed. Foul greed when there's quite enough for everybody. I don't care what your scruples are as to killing. I will take the full burden of that sin upon my shoulders. Goodbye, for now. Then Hawley, go introduce him to nice Mr. Cripps.
I think you'll like Cripps well enough. He's long past his prime, of course, but he hasn't gone entirely crazy just yet. And he will help you, better than most of his ilk. Cripps! Get up!
Hello, partner. Harley.
This is your new boss.
Oh, pleased to meet you, partner. J.B. Cripps at your service.
We'll pay to get your camp established. Mrs. Leclerc is a generous benefactor.
And, where are we headed?
Oh, sir. While Cripps is establishing your camp, perhaps you can go to the station and see the clerk. Then head to see Clay Davies. He's a horse thief and not a terribly nice one. Then meet Cripps back at your camp.
See you shortly, boss.
Good luck.
Hello. You must be Harley's friend. He's one of us. He said you also were a discouraged man. I'm very discouraged. Disappointed Alden, that's me. Anyway, it's a pleasure to make your acquaintance. I find your reticence charming. Real charming. By the way, I heard you might want to earn a little money. Well, some gentlemen have been robbing our stages, and they are not part of the club, if you catch my meaning. If you can make them go away, I'm sure they will have something of interest to you. They're up near Gap Tooth Ridge. See what you can do, okay? Here, by the way, a catalog. The latest issue. Just came into this armpit from a land more civilized. And if all works out, well, my colleagues and I move around these stations as needed. And all of us are very discouraged. We will all help a fellow sufferer with pertinent information. Good afternoon, sir.
Vamos, pé de pano. Vamos, pé de pano. Caralho, não era pra pegar o cara. Pegar só a grana dele só.
I know what you're thinking. This is a trick. Here. Take this. It's a map. Just be kind. Don't kill me, please.
Cavalo louco. Nossa, velho. O trem vindo e eu cruzei na frente do trem, bicho. Pé de pano tá na hora de vender pro frigorífico, não aguenta mais nada. Na hora de fazer mortandela com ele. Vai ter um infarto.